This is Co-op Chronicles, episode 26. Welcome back. This is Co-op Chronicles episode 26. I am Pint Size Geisha, and as always, I have Black Label.
Hello.
And Azalee.
Hi.
And today is
the intersection between gaming and streaming.
gaming and streaming.
Azalee is
I'm
hosting.
hosting today.
Azalee is hosting.
Yeah,
hosting.
so this way Label can have opportunities to answer questions without knowing the question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
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 We
Alright.
should do an episode about our D&D. Like today's D&D section would have made a great episode.
Oh my god.
It was very
The amount-
inappropriate.
Yeah, the amount of not appropriate things.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I do have a question. Are we going to do a holiday soundtrack for Thanksgiving and Christmas?
I don't think there are holiday soundtracks for Thanksgiving.
Look.
It just goes
That's true.
We can
Halloween and then Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas. There's
Thanksgiving
no
is not.
Thanksgiving music.
We should do Christmas music for sure, though.
Yeah.
The whole month
The
of
whole month
Octo-
of
December.
December.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I love Christmas.
No.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, I'm
No.
down. I'm down
It's
for
only
that. It's only
4.
going to be 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine,
It's not
whatever.
like you're going to hear it every day.
Whatever. I have a black Christmas tree for my desk, okay?
I like Christmas music. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to ask you guys some questions, and you have to give me your honest input.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. I'm going to start. How has the rise of streaming platforms like Twitch and YouTube gaming impacted the types of games developed? Like, has there been any kind of game development based solely on people playing it for Twitch and YouTube?
I think FPS games or FPS and Battle Royale games have really taken off on, I would say, Twitch mainly, and then like indie games and horror games excel more on YouTube because like recorded videos, people like watching those, but like live streaming FPS games are pretty locked in on Twitch and stuff. Yeah.
That makes sense.
What about you, Miss Geisha?
I don't think that Twitch or YouTube or whatever has necessarily had an impact on games being developed, but maybe developers have a new mindset of like, we need to make this game a little bit better, less buggy. We need to make sure everything is copacetic when we push it out, because they know that it's going to end up on all these different platforms.
Well, yeah, especially when like
You know.
big streamers or YouTubers, they could say
Yeah.
one thing and just crush
And then
a game.
yeah, exactly, right? So I think developers are more like, okay, we need to push out a game that is 99.9% bug free and at the top of its game, or like you said, one big streamer can say one thing about it and then there goes the entire thing.
Yeah.
You know.
That's a really good point. I never really thought about it like that.
Mm-hmm.
What role does live interaction between streamers and viewers play in gaming culture? Does this change the way people engage with games outside of streams? Or like when you're streaming, how does like when people live chat you or when they donate, does that have a way to kind of shape the experience?
I mean, I guess it depends on how you look at it. I think for me, a lot of people, they'll try to come in, tell you how to play or backseat. Or some people, they don't mean to be rude, or they don't mean to spoil things, but they'll say like, hey, this is how you do it if you're stuck on a certain thing. And it could be like, you could have a toxic chat, like if you're playing FPS and people come in. I've had some people come in after like I killed them because I would have like TTB in my name, and they would say like some crazy racist stuff, and I'm like, who the fuck are these people? And then I'll look up their names on Twitch, and then they're freaking about me. It'll be like,
yeah.
praise God, or like, thank you all for your support, I love you.
Yeah.
But yet they're coming in here saying some crazy racist stuff, and it's like, what the fuck? Are you
That's
serious?
lame.
Yeah.
Do you have instances like that too, Geisha?
I
Or
don't.
no? 'cause
Nobody
you're a
comes in
lady?
my chat. Nobody comes in my chat, but I do remember when I first started streaming, I did have one person come in, and he was part of like a group or like this, I don't know, this group of other streamers, and then he brought like everybody with him. And I was like, oh, that's super nice. I've kind of had like positive experiences in my chat. I haven't had anybody negative, but then at the same time, like Label's always watching my chat and
Yeah,
you know,
I don't
blocks.
play that shit.
You're also probably
Blocks
not
a lot
as
of things.
aggressive as Label.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, I remember one time because I've been streaming for a long time, but I'm not big. And I feel like it's because I don't dick ride or like act like something I'm not. Because I feel like most of the time, if you want to make it big, you have to act like somebody you're not to like
or
fit
show boobies.
or like fit in with the algorithm. And I don't do that. And I know, I recall I got invited to like a stream team before, and I was like, I'll try this. And then you would have,
I remember.
You would have to like constantly raid each other or constantly support each other, and it's like at the same time, like I'll watch you if I enjoy your content, but I'm not gonna like just watch you because I have to. And then in that moment, or that would help me gain more like views or followers and stuff. I didn't like that whole thing, and then they dropped me because I didn't do that. Like
Yeah.
if I don't watch you, and I don't want my people to go watch you if they don't enjoy that stuff. So it's like,
Yeah. And then they got mad at you because you didn't raid the host's girlfriend.
oh yeah, because I didn't raid the dude's
Girlfriend.
yeah,
So
the
then-
owner of the stream team's girlfriend, because he
Yeah.
was a partner, and then I didn't raid his girlfriend, and they always got mad at me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you know,
Weird.
yeah,
And I
very-
don't ever recall anybody raiding you, but you had to raid everybody else on the team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I recall. I remember.
I remember
because
that.
that one guy came. I'm not gonna say his name, but he used to always come to our stream, the flamboyant one.
Yeah, I think I remember.
Yeah, and he would be like supportive and stuff, and then one day he's like, "Hey, you know you got dropped," and I was like, "No, I didn't. Nobody said anything to me." Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah. It's kind of a toxic world.
yeah,
A little bit. It can be really toxic, but it can be really helpful too. And I just do it for fun, you know?
Yeah, I guess you just have to find the
Yeah.
right group.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think, even if I was like invited to a group, I don't think I'd ever join a group. Like, I'm just
Yeah.
going to do my own thing. I'm not going to follow your rules. I'm not going to follow your limitations. I'm just going to do me. And most of the time, I don't stream very often because of school and work and
Yeah.
life. And I just do it for fun, you know?
Yeah, that was like when I got invited to that stream team. It was like when I was pretty cracked at Apex, and when it first came out, it was like season 2, season 1, and I had like a decent amount of people watch me back then, and yeah, that's when I got invited, and then I stopped playing Apex for like 2 seasons.
Yeah. It was in when we first started dating.
Oh.
Yeah,
So early on.
Yeah. Early on.
yeah, like 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Yeah. That's
About 5.
so booty. People are lame.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's also hard to, I think, if you were to like join a group like that, you should at least have a moment to like view their content to see if you even like would mesh well with them.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't just be like random streamers. Like you should have streamers based on like
Yeah, because they all did different things.
Yeah,
like a lot of them,
genres.
like their main game was Destiny, and I used to play Destiny, and then I switched over to Apex, and then a lot of the other people played like indie games and stuff like that. But they're like, they were like really fake. Like the way they would talk or act, or like I would hear things about how they really were when they weren't streaming. And it's like, it's just weird. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what streaming is too. Everybody just puts on this fake persona to try to get likes and monies and subs, and
Yeah.
that's what social media is. You know,
I mean, there's some real ones.
there are some, but it's really hard to find them.
Yeah.
Like I think I'm a real streamer girl. I don't show my boobs. I don't, do anything
Yeah.
like that. I actually just play games because I like to play games.
Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch
all.
of people like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But majority of the Twitch streamer girls are all
Like they show
half
some sort of
naked.
skin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
and dumbing themselves
But
down.
it's crazy too, because I remember watching this one WoW streamer. She was like wearing she would always show her legs. She was like wearing something provocative, but she was like really good at the game. So I was like, why is she doing that? But you know,
The views.
the
views,
people, the people.
The
Yeah.
muns.
I like the old lady streamers.
The
Like
grandmas.
the grandma streamers. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah.
There's
Yeah.
that old man, and he like teaches
Yeah, the old
people how
man.
to snipe.
Yeah.
I like
I like
that
He's
the
guy.
like
old
good
people.
at sniping too.
Yeah, he's
He
like,
was an ex-sniper,
Yeah.
like in real life.
yeah, I really like
Oh,
watching
was
his
he?
content.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
He's super cool.
Or like that old Asian lady that plays D&D, babe, that you used to watch, or WoW.
Oh
Is it
yeah,
WoW?
yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
wow.
I love it when the old people get into it.
Yeah, it's fun.
How do streaming platforms regulate content and prevent toxicity in gaming communities?
I don't think they really
They don't.
do. Like, I don't feel like.
They don't.
Like, how do they handle like moderation,
Well,
bans?
I
toxic
assume
behavior?
Twitch handles a
don't.
lot of that. No, I think they do, but it's mainly like their main streamers that
Yeah.
they handle. They don't have time to handle
big
like
name
affiliates
streamers.
and stuff like that, or people that aren't partnered or affiliated.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like mainly like the big people would say that they probably monitor. Because I mean, I always see people get banned and in trouble, so I assume they do. I think YouTube's really good at it with like copywriting and stuff like that. I know Kick is awful at it because they do crazy illegal shit on Kick all the fucking time,
that's what I
which is
hear.
like, it's a horrible thing. I don't understand how that's legal, but
What do you think? What kind of improvements do these kind of streaming platforms need?
I don't know. I think there should be some sort of department for like race. I know people deal with like racism or toxicity online all the time, but like when it comes to that stuff, and especially if it's like because Twitch is like, I remember when it was like just kids watching, but now it's like crazy. There's like half naked girls, people just talking crazy in chat. and
There's
it's
a
like,
whole category for hot tubs.
yeah, like I just feel like it needs to be behind a wall for people underage. Or if there's like toxicity people or toxic people that are like saying wild shit, there needs to be like a quick response. Obviously, they could just remake a new account, but I feel like when it comes to Twitch, like you need to put your like
You need to put your foot
your
down.
but they also need like more information. Like it needs to be more strict. I think it can't be like, what's your username and then email to make an account. It needs to be like fucking ID. I think it needs to be more like that.
Like your first name, your last name, your phone number.
Yeah,
All that
it's like
stuff.
your digital footprint, you know.
Yeah. Well, remember when Twitch tried to say that you could show nudity for art purposes?
Oh, yeah.
And then like 2 days later they canceled it. They're like, never mind.
Yeah, 'cause
because
it-
it went crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
It went crazy.
You can consider anything art.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But
it's-
it like 2 days later they canceled it, and it's like, exactly, you need to think a little bit
Dang. I
more.
didn't know that was.
I mean,
a
it's
thing.
Yeah.
not YouTube's not like that though.
Yeah,
No.
YouTube is really good. Like
Yeah.
I just watched a streamer get his first copyright ban, and he was like, "This is my first one." And he, what did he say? He got a copyright ban. He clicked on it, and it didn't even show you what was copyrighted. And so he was so confused. He had to like dig deep and do it himself, like reach out to the maker of the indie game and say, "Is this really yours? Did you do it?" And then it was like this long process. I think YouTube is one of the best like moderations channels there is.
I mean, like,
Was it copyrighted?
I don't know. it didn't reach
That's my
that point
question.
yet.
Is it
I mean, I
copyrighted?
guess it's just your view on everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be good or bad in either one of them. I mean, I feel like all streaming things, there's all loopholes. All social media is loopholes. It's just how you want your community to be, I think, and how you handle it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
guess it's just what you're into. If you like the hot tubs, okay.
Yeah.
I definitely think people shouldn't go into streams with the intent to criticize. I mean, that's like a person problem. It's not really anything that
Yeah.
streaming platforms can handle. But
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to go in there with like
It's that.
entertainment, man.
Yeah. What's that word? Like, you know how when you get liquid courage before the computer? Cyber courage?
Keyboard warriors,
Keyboard warriors?
white knights.
Well, not white knights.
Well, just people that hide behind keyboards and they
yeah,
just
that
talk
are
crazy shit.
trolls
That's
and
what I'm
like
saying. You
put
need
people
your
down
It should say your real name under your username.
and your IP address.
But I guess that's like doxing. I guess. Well, your local IP address doesn't mean anything. So I mean, but like I feel like
you can narrow down where you're.
not your local
from.
IP because everybody's local IP is pretty much the same.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't know.
Just be kind to each other. Like, be
Yeah.
nice.
I
You don't
think
need to
that's-
put somebody down and call somebody names over a game.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It's silly.
I'm
It's
trying to grow my
silly.
mustache out for No Shave November.
You're supposed to start like fresh though, right? You can't have one already.
I mean, I didn't have one. I mean, it's like already freaking 16th, and I shaved though. I trimmed it to like a 1 on like 2 weeks ago or a week ago. So it's getting there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Except for the beard. I'm keeping the beard.
Mustache only.
The mustache on me, yeah.
What are some challenges and opportunities of streaming mobile games? Mobile gaming is a growing part of the gaming ecosystem. So how do platforms like YouTube Gaming, Facebook Gaming, and Twitch handle mobile game streams? And like, do people stream mobile games?
Yeah, I've seen some people
Maybe on
stream.
BlueStacks.
Yeah, but I've seen some people like hook up their tablets and stuff too, as well, to stream on. Like they'll pull it over from their tablet and stream. Like I've seen people play Diablo Immortal. I see people do Cookie Run. I see a lot of people do.
Cookie Run. I'm
I see
pulling it
people
up right now.
like Valkyrie Connect. I streamed that before a few times, but yeah, I mean, I don't know how I feel about it though. Like those games, because I feel like, man, mobile games. I feel like they're like gambling, because you're like, okay, I need to buy this stuff so I can roll for this guy. That's like gambling, right?
Is it like teaching people the wrong
I mean,
kind of ethics?
I mean, Counter Strike is like that too. So is Apex. Like you're buying packs to roll to get good things. I feel like that's gambling. But I mean, if you got the money, go for it, because I do that shit. But I'm saying, like, for younger kids, it might not be good to do.
Yeah. Well, that's where like parental control.
Yeah,
gets
involved. There was like a thing. I don't know if you guys ever heard about the Diablo Immortal thing, because it's a mobile game. This one guy spent over $100,000, 6 figures, to prove that it was rigged, so that like he would spend $100,000 to try to get this like super rare thing, and he didn't get it. I spent $100,000, and then I think he like refunded it, or he got his money back somehow or some shit. But it's crazy.
Yeah,
but
like
people spend a lot of money on
like
that game.
Was his point to prove that like
It's
big
rigged.
time gamers get the packs that
I
have
don't,
like special
or
stuff?
it's like rigged too. Like you have to spend money to get. I don't know.
I spend more than 100,000.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that seems wildly crazy.
That's like a fourth of a house.
Yeah, right here. It says right here, one Diablo Immortal YouTuber has spent over $100,000 on the game's cash shop in order to craft an impossible, powerful character capable of utterly destroying PvP competitors. In an unfortunate twist, the player has such a high matchmaking rating that Diablo Immortal is no longer pairing him up with PvP people too.
He played himself.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So he just can't PvP anybody.
Yeah.
Is the whole point of that game just PvP, or is it like story mode too?
It's like story mode, and then I mean, I heard it was good the first couple months you play it, but yeah, I don't know. And it says, according to a YouTuber, it costs approximately $110,000 to max out a character's power in Diablo Immortal.
That's insane.
This includes like gambling for leveling and high level rarity gems to level them up or something. That's crazy money.
That's crazy that someone would spend that much money on a mobile game.
For real.
You got a real addiction problem if that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of esports, how do esports tournaments and competitive gaming benefit from streaming platforms? Like, how do platforms like Twitch or YouTube help in the monetization and promotion of esports events?
I'm not a big esports watcher. That's that gentleman over there.
I'm sorry. Can you run it by me?
The question?
Yeah, sorry.
How do esports tournaments and competitive gaming benefit from streaming platforms? How do platforms...
I think like there's a lot of advertising in. There's a lot of like ways to make money that way, like promotional and advertising, like League of Legends. It's not a mobile game, but I mean, what they do is pretty cool, because they get which I don't understand why like Apex doesn't do it or other games don't do it, but in League of Legends they'll have like AT&T or whatever, whoever they're sponsoring them, they'll have it on the map. They'll have like little banners of the company that like for the championships. Like if League of Legends did that, they would make so much money to just have banners of like.
You mean if Apex did it?
Whoever did it, like just have like a banner in their game, like Fortnite or anybody. I mean, it'd be pretty cool.
Do you think I am subscribed to you guys, so I don't get ads, but do people get ads in Twitch for like esports teams? Is that a thing that is
No, everybody gets ads.
Do they?
What do you mean?
Well, I only get ads at the beginning. I don't get ads like during.
But we could run it ads as much as we want.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like something you can control. Like you can
Yeah.
run an ad break.
Oh.
Like some people, I've seen some people run their Twitch 24/7 just to have like people in there so they can just constantly run ads so they
Yeah.
make money. Even if they're not there, they'll just play some shit,
Like some YouTube
or something,
and put like for education purposes.
yeah,
on
and
it.
they'll constantly
Oh.
make money.
Yeah.
That they let them do that.
I guess so because I've seen it a lot of times.
I wonder if they get if they have like viewers, then they would get paid, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know what the payout is on that, but yeah,
Interesting.
very interesting. I heard a lot of ad revenue is a lot of their money too. Like I was watching, what's his name, Waz. He's like a WoW streamer on Twitch. He was talking like majority of his money's from ad revenue.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not a big streamer and you don't have like tens of thousands of subs, then I could see that. Yeah,
Yeah, I guess that would be like your major money contributor.
yeah, for sure.
How do streamers make a living, and how sustainable is this model? So, like, what are the main revenue streams for gamers who stream their content, and what challenges do streamers face when it comes to maintaining long-term success and community engagement?
What do you think?
Me?
Yeah,
So, for big streamers, streaming is their life. I feel like I can think of a few YouTubers where that's all they do, right? All they do is post content and make money off of it. But I think the thing they have to watch out for is, again, it goes back to like, you can say the one wrong thing. You can post one wrong thing and be quote unquote canceled or lose subscriptions or lose viewers. And then there goes your revenue. And then what do you do after that? What if your whole community decides to leave you because of one comment, or half of your community decides to leave you, and instead of getting $100,000 a month, you only get $50,000 a month, but you're living off of 100,000,
yeah,
and you have nothing to fall back on.
yeah. The question was like, how do they make money, and what do you?
That's what I just said.
No, I'm asking her
Yes.
what the question
Oh.
was
Yes.
So I know like a few I don't think you should go thinking. I don't think anybody should go into streaming if you're new, thinking like, oh, I'm about to make a lot of money, because I feel like it's impossible unless you know people or you're just highly talented and entertaining. Like even if your like setup's good or you're cracked out, like it's very hard to become a streamer, I think. And you shouldn't think that you're gonna make money from that, and you should not lower the way you are as a person, like being stupid or obnoxious to get views. That's very
Don't lower your
that's
values.
dumb. But there's like only a few streamers that I know that like. I mean, there's a ton of streamers that are huge, but they've been around for a long time. Like Summit has been around for a long time. Markiplier, Jacksepticeye,
Yeah, Jack
Shroud.
has been streaming for like 10 years.
Yeah.
And just like in the last couple of years has really made it.
Yeah, like there's like a crazy amount of streamers that are big, but they don't get a lot of views. Like I know there's or not like crazy amount of streamers, but there's like a lot of partnered streamers that don't get a lot of views as much as like other streamers. Like I see partners that are like with only like 60 views, and I'm like, how is this person a partner? So I don't think it can't be their only way of living, because there's no way you're making a crazy amount of money with 60 views as a partner streamer. There's just no way.
Yeah. You got to have a backup plan. That's all I'm saying.
Unless you're just crazy and very good at investing, yeah, I don't know. Unless you're really good as a streamer.
I think it's hard nowadays for people to start streaming because the like category of streamers is so large now. Like back then, obviously it was new, so like you could get in and you could get big faster.
There's like no niche about
Yeah.
it or whatever.
Yeah. There's just the streaming community is just so big now. It's hard to compete, and it's hard to get in there and
Especially-
get viewers to watch you.
Yeah, especially during the COVID time, that like so many people are streaming because everybody had to stay in the house.
Yeah.
Like everybody
They're
was.
like, how am I going to make money?
There's like guitarists or like musicians streaming, singers streaming. Like everybody, there's so many different categories for it. Yeah, it's very hard to get into. Like I said, I don't think you can be a big streamer unless you're insanely good. You have like some good editors or promoting, and you know somebody, because I don't know.
Yeah, we talked about this with. I was telling you how Mr. Fruit got big because he played with someone who was already big, and so he just got like the promotion kind of that way.
Yeah.
Like people learned about him, and then they just started watching him. So
Yeah.
like, oh.
Yeah, I feel like that's how like I don't know if it's true. It's just how I view it, babe. But like, you know how Jenks is like, he's pretty big, but iTemp was pretty big, and then they both played together and they both grew. And then So Far wasn't. I don't think So Far was a big, but now he's like kind of big because he played with those two.
Yeah.
But he's like really good too. But
And
I
like
feel like
Zeus plays with Jenks,
Yeah, well,
who might
yeah.
have helped Jenks.
yeah, exactly.
Because Zeus was bigger than Jenks, so on
Yeah.
and so forth. And then I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that Jacksepticeye got big because PewDiePie said Jacksepticeye in one of his videos.
I think it's true because they knew of each other and they started playing. And I recall him, and then Markiplier started playing with him. It's crazy because like Markiplier has like those two friends that he plays with,
Wade and Bob.
Wade and Bob. Yeah,
Yeah, but they've been friends like outside
for a long-
forever.
Yeah. But I mean,
But like Markiplier is the biggest one out of all of them, I
Yeah.
think. And then his success kind of carries over to the other two. But the other two,
are really good at doing their things too.
Yeah.
They do like acting. They did like
they did like a movie, like a short movie.
Yeah,
they
he did like a YouTube movie.
And they have like a podcast. They have a bunch of stuff.
and they did like
Yeah.
the tour of like comedy stuff. When it's just I feel like if you have one successful person in your group, stick with them.
Piggyback off of
Yeah.
them. One of us needs to be successful and big.
Well, it's too late. I'm already.
It's not me.
I'm
It's not
already
me.
almost 40, so it's not happening.
It's none of us.
It's none of us.
We're not getting
But
big.
that one Asian doctor, comedian, actor.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
What's his name? Ken?
Yeah,
Ken something?
he was in Hangover.
Yeah.
Mr. Chow.
Yeah.
He didn't get his break till he was like 47.
Oh, wait. I'm colorblind.
Yeah, I don't think Samuel L. Jackson started acting till he was like 40
Yeah.
or something.
So you could get big still.
Yeah, so you can
I
go.
Don't
just
lose
need to learn
hope.
how to act.
You need to be like the old man and learn how to snipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like that. Yeah, I don't know. I have some like clips that are pretty crazy, and I'm like, man, how did I not blow up? But and then people are like, they'll just always have something negative to say. Like,
You
you're
gotta-
cheating.
You got to add tags.
You're
Enough
doing-
tags to gain the right people.
Yeah, I took out TTV in my name.
Yeah, I think
recently.
that might help.
I took it out.
Yeah, I think that might help because
Yeah.
people kind of like
They're just toxic
They're
towards
just
me.
toxic.
Yeah,
they
they're
only the only recognition you get from having TTV in your name
For
while
people to come
playing
and talk
Apex
shit.
is for people to come and talk shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if our boy, our third, will come in and be like, good game, and then a follow. But most of the time, it's the toxic players.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's so crazy. Apex is the most toxic ever.
I mean, there's so
Ever.
many. No, I don't know. Call of Duty's kind of toxic.
Well, I
too.
don't play Call of Duty.
I've watched like how Call of Duty lobbies treat women. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh,
you
yeah.
have a mother.
Yeah.
Like you probably have a daughter, and you're like this. You're a piece
Yep.
of shit. I don't know.
Yeah. That's why I always play, and the first thing I automatically do is mute everybody.
So I don't care what you have
I don't
to
care
say.
what you have to
It
say.
just blows my mind
It's
how
ridiculous.
how people just talk to you like, motherfucker, you don't even know me.
Yeah.
Catch me
Like,
outside,
if
bro.
you wanted to play well, then you should get your own crew, and then you could like play together. But if you're just playing with randoms, don't expect much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but even when you 3-stack, people got stuff to say about that too. Like you're cheating because you have 3 stacks.
Yeah, it's just a
called
lose
being
lose.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a lose-lose type of situation. There is no. Sometimes you have good days. Sometimes you have. Majority of the time, you don't have good days.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just have to like. I think the best strategy for anyone out there, especially if you're playing Call of Duty, Apex, any of those games that you can talk to your teammates, just mute them off the bat, do your own thing. If you guys lose, you lose.
I feel like I would be more successful if I like promoted myself on Instagram, like when I stream, like you do sometimes, you know.
Oh yeah.
And, like I never say like, oh, I'm going live, or I never post clips, and I feel like if I did that, it'd probably
Well,
be more successful.
That's what your Instagram is for. Like you made that Instagram to promote your Twitch.
Yeah,
You know, not to promote your personal
now
life.
I just have like pictures of us or what we're doing
Yeah.
in life. But yeah, I probably should start doing that.
What is the relationship between influencers and
should.
game developers?
Take him down.
Sorry.
He's not allowed to be on tables.
What is the relationship between influencers and game developers within the gaming streaming ecosystem, like community? What impact does influencer marketing have on the success or failure of games, especially indie games?
You can go, Beb.
The first place my mind went to is like if you get an influencer that gets a hold of an indie game that thinks it's really well, they can help propel that indie game into success.
Yeah, true. Yeah, especially like it depends on too. I'm trying to think. There's so many indie games I could bring up, but I'm leaning towards that. What is it? Where they're in the mortuary or the morgue, and you're a mortician or
A mortuary assistant?
yeah. Like I remember that game, and I never even heard of it. But then I just seen so many streamers and YouTubers play it, and it just blew up because of all the jump scares. Because there's like random jump scares. And I feel like if you have a positive, like just even one clip of like a crazy big YouTuber with that, it's very positive for the promotion. Because they probably, all indie games, they probably give like content creators that are big free game keys.
Yeah. I think that is definitely how they get their name out. Because I watch like CJU, he always is like, thank you to the developers for giving me an early access key to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that they reach out to streamers. Like, obviously, it's only going to be, like, mostly big-name streamers just to get their game out. But I like that they do, even sometimes, less-known streamers. Like, they're more willing to give it to anybody instead of just big names.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was more.
But again, as we stated before, that can ruin a game. Like,
True.
if somebody has, like, a bad game... or something, it could just ruin a game.
Yeah.
Even if it's not an indie game. Anthem was a bad game when it came out. It was hyped. Bad game.
Yeah. But also, I think it plays in... Because imagine if you're an influencer and you had a really shitty, rough day and you just hate the world and you play this game and you just totally bash on it.
Yeah.
But it's a good game, you know? It's not bad. It maybe has a few bugs, but it's not a bad game. But then you bashed on it because of your own personal day... And then there goes that game.
Or like hackers, if the hackers ruin the game for you and you're just bashing it because like, oh, this fucking game, they just have so many hackers and they don't do shit about it. It just ruins the game too.
That too. We all know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Do you think that developers give keys to specific streamers based on like who plays that genre most, or do they just hand it out to any streamer?
I mean, they probably focus on who plays that genre, but they probably offer it to other ones that are huge. But I think they're probably more specific on that one. But it wouldn't hurt to be like, hey, Shroud, you want to try this game? Because I've seen Shroud play like, I don't know if he's gotten keys or free games, but I've seen him play like New World. He's played like World of Warcraft, but he's like a mainly like a FPS person. But then then I've seen him play like Dark and Darker. I've seen him play a few of those what is it, like not Dead by Daylight, but where you're running around being hunted by a serial killer. What's the name of that?
Of those games?
Is it Dead by Daylight?
Yeah, it's Dead by Daylight.
Okay, I've seen him play that. I've seen him play ones where like you could transform and hide from a killer, like games that he normally doesn't play. So I don't know. I mean, I would focus on big streamers too. Yeah.
This is unrelated to the question, but so like sometimes when streamers have ads during their video, like not streamers, but like YouTubers, when they post a video, they have like an ad break and it's like a mobile game. Do you think they actually play that mobile game and like it, or do they just do the ad because they're getting paid?
No, they definitely do that just because they get paid.
Yeah.
It's like you see some streamers, they'll do like the whole Grubhub thing, or they'll do like the Factor X, and it's like
it's just because they got money.
Tonight our stream is promoted by this, and blah blah blah, and you sign up, and then it has like a number for each person that signs up.
Yeah.
And it probably helps that streamer. So I don't know.
So they're getting paid to do the ad, but then every time they use their code, they're getting money from that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they get a percentage of the 10% off. Like they could be getting that 10%.
Yeah. I would like to think some of them use some of their stuff that they get. But like for like promotions on like mobile games, I don't think they play those games.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
It's all an act.
Yeah.
An illusion.
But who knows? They might.
They might.
Maybe. Do streaming platforms affect game discovery and sales? Like, do streamers help indie games gain a following, or do streamers kind of affect AAA games? And, like, what does a streamer playing the game help in, like, market strategy for companies?
Yeah, I think they play a big part. Like, Cub Scouts plays a lot of indie games. Like, they always play those 3 random games.
Free random games.
No, 3.
Look it up. It says free.
No, Markiplier plays 3 random games.
Yeah, he does 3 scary games.
Yeah, 3 scary
Right.
games. Yeah,
but you said
no, Cub Scouts
Cub
does
Scouts,
free
so
random.
it's free. That's why I thought you were still
Free.
talking about Cub Scouts.
Okay, excuse me.
You didn't say
He does-
Markiplier. You said
He
Cub
does
Scouts.
do the free random games.
Yeah.
It's free and 3.
But he
random.
always does 3 of them, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, and he'll like call them dog shit, or he'll say they're good. And I'm assuming like the good ones, like the 616 and the Chilla Arts and all those ones that like Jacksepticeye play too, gets a lot of revenue from them playing that game. Same with what were we talking about? Fears of Fathom or whatever. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. That
Like
one was pretty good.
I feel like those. I think they do help. AAA, indie, whatever it is, no matter how big the game is, a streamer will help or a content creator will help it,
Yeah.
or bury it.
But the question is, like, when I watch them play a game, I don't go and buy that game because I already know what's going to happen. I've already watched it. So how many people do you think go and then buy the game and then play it for themselves after watching everything that happened?
I feel like a bunch of people, because when I watch Elden Ring or whatever, and I watch people play that, I'm like, yo, I'm buying this shit.
But we bought Elden Ring right off the bat.
Yeah, but I also watch people play too, and it didn't discourage me from playing it. It made me like, okay, that's how they did this part, you know?
I think it depends on the audience that's watching it. Like, maybe you really like the style of the game. Like, I started playing Stardew Valley because I watched Gab play it, and I was like, oh my god, that looks super cute. And so I started playing it. So it just really depends on, like, if that game really speaks to you, I think.
And that's also one of those games where you could do your own thing. Like Graveyard Keeper or that game, like you could build your own. You don't have to copy whoever you're watching, you know? So, yeah, I guess it just depends.
Yeah, I guess, like decision-based games kind of, like... watching a streamer kind of takes the joy out of it, because then you're watching their decision, so you're like, ooh, if I do that decision, I'll get the same outcome.
We were just talking about who were watching Cub Scouts, and you're like, he's so bad at making these decisions to keep people alive or whatever.
I was watching him play the Quarry,
Oh.
and he's such a bad decision maker.
I feel like those games are hard to decide, though.
I don't know. Some of the choices
Some
he
of
was
them are
making.
kind of easy. Like the werewolf can't go in water. You have one person on an island. What do? Do you want to stay on the island, or do you want to cross the water
Well, they don't know that.
that's infected? No, he does.
He did know that.
He did know that.
okay.
He even said, like, okay, the werewolf can't go in water,
So I'll just swim
so I'm going to
across.
swim across. As soon as he gets across, he dies.
He died. And it's
Because
like,
from a werewolf, like,
Yeah.
you stay on the island because no werewolf can come get you.
which is weird, though. Why the fuck? Wouldn't you have seen the werewolf? And why was he there just waiting on this little bridge when there's plenty of... Yeah, it was weird, though.
I don't
There
know.
wasn't a werewolf on the island, though.
No,
That
no,
was
he
him.
Oh,
he
That
was
was
he
player.
swam to the island?
No, away
No.
from the... So he was on the island. He was safe on the island.
Mm-hmm.
Then he swam onto, like, the shore where, like, everything's happening.
There's also a werewolf on the island,
Right,
though.
but that was him.
That was him.
Him.
Oh,
Yeah.
when he
so he
when
was
he
by himself.
changes
Yeah,
Yeah.
back.
changes
Yeah.
back
Okay.
into a human.
Yeah.
Matt-
Cub Scouts made
Yeah.
him
Okay.
swim across the
And then he
island.
died right
He
away.
died.
This makes no
Like,
sense.
you're the only wolf on this island.
Yeah.
You might as well stay on this island
And just chill.
and chill.
And he died
And
instantly.
he died.
Well, he's
instantly.
probably like, "Where's Laura? Laura, I need to find Laura."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Cub Scouts. Be on our podcast.
Be on our podcast. We emailed you. Please
Cubs
check
I've
your.
never watched you, but please be on
Well,
the
his
podcast.
email was full.
Or we emailed you and we sent you my Instagram.
DM,
I was
yeah.
gonna say a my chart message. We sent you a DM on Instagram. Please reply.
We're not desperate.
We're not desperate or anything. We kind of are just big fans, and it would be cool to say hi.
Yeah.
How does the integration of interactive features such as voting, polls, etc., in streaming platforms enhance the gaming experience for, say, the streamer and the viewer?
I think it's cool. Like, you could make like a streamer do such and such. I don't do it. Like, John always said, he always spends his points and be like, "Hey, play this game," and I'll be like, "Oh." Like, I think the only game that I really tried to play was, I think it was like The Ring, or not The Ring. What was it?
Blair Witch.
Blair Witch. And I played that for like 2 hours, and that shit scared the hell out of me. I was like, "Nope, never doing this again."
Because you a baby.
I don't like scary games. But, I mean, I probably should do that more.
Which is funny because you watch scary games.
Yeah, but I can't play them. I don't know how it does.
I would love to watch you play Dead by Daylight just once.
Is that the one where you're trying to survive?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to fix the generators.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to do that shit. I'd
I
die
think that
right
would
away.
be so fun. There's like, you know, you have to
And they
hit
have,
the,
like, skills and stuff. I
yeah, you
wouldn't know
have to
what
hit
to
the
do.
skill check.
Yeah, and then, yeah, I don't know.
It's basically what you do. You build. It's a tree building, so
Yeah.
you build it based on like the
Yeah, but I
perks you
think
want.
I think those that integration for people to help vote on something or to like use their bits on doing something. Like I have one where I had to take off my glasses to play like Apex, and it's so hard I can't see anything. I'm like this, and I still can't see. But yeah, I mean, I think it's cool. It depends on what you have in there.
You can do like polls now too. Like,
Yeah. There's like ones where you see like, yeah, the polls, like you were saying, where like if they wipe on like a boss, you get money or your point, like double your points. And if they vote against you and you do succeed, they lose all their points. But there's also those stupid ones where like do squats, do push-ups or.
well, that's what the streamer put
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right.
like for their own channel.
Yeah, you're right.
you know?
All right. All right. Okay, excuse that. Okay. But yeah,
Like,
what do you
that's
think?
up to you.
What do you think, Beb?
Yeah, I agree.
Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think you
She's-
pretty much said it all.
She's playing what is that called?
Cookie Run on the
Cookie
side.
Run.
I'm paying attention. I promise. But like you answered it. I don't have anything else to add, you know? I think it's pretty cool. I think it'd be pretty cool to play a game like The Quarrier until dawn and have like the stream poll. Like,
Oh, that
okay,
would-
guys, what should we do?
Yeah, and,
And
you go
like
off of that.
totally integrate.
They do. They did that on.
There was a game, yeah, and
I think the casting of Frank Stone, it was actually Twitch integrated. So whatever the Twitch chat chose, that's what the streamer's game
Yeah.
automatically picked.
Yeah.
that's cool.
See, that's cool.
I think I don't know if that's like a feature that people will involve in their gaming in the future, but it was very cool at like in that game. I think.
Yeah.
But like choice-based games, I think it would be a great feature on.
Uh-huh.
How does game streaming impact social interactions within gaming communities? So you guys, you know, like think people are toxic, but are online friendships and fan communities born out of streams?
Yeah.
And how do they influence gaming habits?
Look at Black Label and well, I can't say Vampy Boy, but
Yeah.
he used to come in your chat quite a bit.
Yeah, we used to be buddies.
Is
But
he,
now
is he a busy
he
man?
once he
Him
got
and
his
John.
PC, Vamp was out.
Yeah,
Oh.
but him and John would always butt heads too.
Yeah, they don't get along.
He has
Yeah.
a
They hate
PC
each
and he
other.
stopped watching?
He kind of like plays his
He
own
does
thing.
his
Oh,
own
he
thing
plays
now.
now.
Yeah, but me and him were like buddies.
Buddy
buddies.
buds.
We'd play like Apex all the
all
time.
Well, you play with that John guy all the time now, right?
Well, he's
Yeah.
a friend in real life.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
That wasn't like stemmed from the internet.
But I play with like, a lot of people on WoW that I really like. Yeah. But I've met some people that I'm just like annoyed of. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Some people that be like thinking they know all this shit, and it's like, bro, I'm telling you, that's not how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could bring up a story, but I won't fucking do it.
Because what if you're...
No, I hope they fucking listen because they'll know who it is. But yeah,
So you can make friends and enemies through online
You can.
interaction.
You make a lot of enemies. I remember I got this. I got my one and only hate message from Apex.
oh yeah,
Yeah. Did I
Well,
tell you about it?
No, what was it?
So it was, I was playing by myself. I was playing solo. And I was playing Lifeline. And the guy, there was a team. We had high ground. There was a team on the bottom. And he pushed to the bottom, instantly died.
Your
right?
teammate?
Yeah, my teammate.
Okay.
And I'm Lifeline. Me and my other teammate, my second, stayed on the top and was like sniping, trying to get them. And then I can't remember the outcome of that fight. But then after the game, he messaged me. He's like, why do you play Lifeline if you're not going to heal people? And I messaged him back. I was like, first of all, you're dumb for falling off the high ground and pushing into a team by yourself. Second of all, don't rely on me to come save you because you made a dumb mistake.
Yeah, I hate when people.
Bye.
Like, when I play Lifeline, people. Was it I was playing. I don't know if it was last night or this morning. It might have been this morning. Yeah, it was this morning. No, it wasn't.
You
this
didn't
morning.
play-
It was last
it was
night.
last
Yeah, it was
night.
last night. So I was playing Lifeline, and for some reason, one of our guys wanted to push out of the ring into the ring and fight a team that was getting res. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fucking go. We go, and then another team pushes on us, and the guy that was pushing by himself, that wanted to go in there, dies. And he's like, lifeline, res me. Why didn't you res me? And I'm like, bro. And then I just kept letting him talk, and I like res the other guy, and then I downed a few of them, but we eventually lost. And then he kept just talking while we're dead. And I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. I was like, you're an idiot for pushing in this team by yourself. You wanted to push it into the fucking team. What do you think was going to happen? And then he just kept talking. And I was like, you're a fucking idiot. And then he just stopped talking. And then the other teammate was like, LOL, like, he didn't talk, but he typed it. And I was like, bro, you're just... People are just
toxic.
fucking... They're dumb. Like, you want me to help you? You just died to a Gibby and a bubble. And you died. Like, what do you want me to fucking do to you? You want me to help you?
So I don't play Apex, but so Lifeline has like, is their ability to heal?
Yeah, and
so you have to be like close contact, though, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like WoW where you could be like far away because you're a magic dealer.
You have to be next to them.
Right by them.
What can you expect when you're in, especially when you're in the circle? Like that's very dangerous already.
Yeah, and your drone doesn't heal in the circle, so we can't heal them.
Yeah.
So the only thing that they want us to do is to res them, and it's like, what? Just because I'm playing Lifeline doesn't mean I'm playing Lifeline because I want to heal myself.
Literally,
and I can glide.
Anybody can res you. It doesn't have to be a Lifeline.
Like I'm not fucking. I'm not there. I'm not playing Lifeline. If you wanted that, you could have played Lifeline.
Yeah, exactly. But ever since I got that message, I've turned off friend requests. I turned off incoming messages. I turned off everything. Like you cannot get a hold of me through this game at all. Through any game at all. You can't friend request me. You can't send me a message. You can't do nothing.
Yeah,
I've had it for everyone.
I've had a lot of messages when I first started playing because, like, I think I peaked really early in Apex, and I should have put TTV in my name back then because I was
you
like,
should have streamed it back then.
I was like cracked back then. And I think my KDA was like 4 point something. I mean, I wasn't like as good as like Dizzy and them when they first came out, but I was like pretty good. And I remember like a lot of people would come watch me and they'll be like, what type of keyboard do you use? Like, I think they're using it as an insult saying I use mouse and keyboard, but I was like so innocent at the time. I was like, oh, I just play with a controller, and I show them my controller, and then they'll just stop talking. So I'm assuming that they were one of the people I killed, and they just thought I was playing mouse and keyboard or some shit.
Oh, because of like aim assist.
Yeah, I was just like shitting on people.
The
I had that too, and they're like, "Are you playing on controller?" Like, yeah.
If anything, I don't think it should be an insult if someone plays on mouse and keyboard. It's just what you're more comfortable using.
Yeah.
Just because other people use bots like aim assist doesn't mean everybody does, and you shouldn't assume everyone does, even if they're like good.
Yeah. People just think that controller has massive aim assist. I mean, it does have some aim assist, but you have to think, like, I'm playing with like 2 fucking thumbs. You guys are playing with your whole arm. You know, you're able to
move quicker with your mouse.
Aim, your movement's insane.
And jump and crazy.
That's another story. People will just always there's always people complaining.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
People just hate when someone's better than them.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, how does stream sniping, which is when somebody is watching your stream while you're playing and then they're playing against you, but how does this affect live streaming of competitive games?
I've never been stream sniped.
No, I've had it a few times when me and John were playing with each other, and like we'll be playing, and we'll kill a team, we'll shit on a team, but then somehow they make a comeback, and then like John will get away and run away, and then I'm watching John. And then he'll be hiding somewhere where nobody should know where he is. But since it's on my stream, like they'll kill him. And John's like, well, how the fuck did they know I was there? And I was like, there's definitely, and then I'm like looking, I'm like, there's definitely somebody like has to be watching. Like, there's no way. I feel like those situations, like when you're trying to get away or some shit. I remember one time I was playing, and I had TTV in my name, and I killed somebody. And then somebody in my lobby came in my stream, and they're like, I'm coming for you, or some shit. And I was like, what the fuck?
That's so creepy. Do you think there's a way that streamers or developers can address this issue or have addressed this issue?
There's no way.
I mean, they have like anonymous mode. Like
anonymous mode doesn't hide where your location is. It hides the name.
So hiding your name, they won't know like,
that's
this person
true.
Killed me. I can go watch their stream.
Right, but at the same time, if they're watching your stream, your name still shows up on your stream.
What are the odds of them being in your lobby and watching your stream?
That's true.
Yeah. So it's like, I think they have.
So in the game, your name appears like anonymous?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like you could change it so it's like,
It's just
like what the character you're playing, and then
and a
some
whole bunch of numbers.
So like it'll be
Yeah.
like Lifeline 5554 or something.
That's actually
Yeah.
very handy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's.
But
like,
your
a great way.
teammates can still see your name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean-
That's when I started hiding my name. But I mean, I don't have to hide it now. But whatever.
Whatever.
They're still gonna look it up.
Like
I know.
Black Label or something.
Yeah. Or like I think so my gamer tag is pint sized geisha, right? And sometimes when I don't mute or like I'm not quick to mute my teammates, they always like geisha. Ooh, geisha, like geisha, talk to me, geisha. And I'm just like,
That's so
ew.
creepy.
You're creepy.
There's weirdos, man, for
Like-
sure.
Or because I kind of main Loba, right? And they're like, Loba, that booty, Loba. Like, Loba, I'm coming for that booty.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God.
What if you were a man?
Exactly. What if I was a man?
like, yeah.
I'm a pint-sized man.
What do you want to do with this?
Yeah, you should just have
Next time
Label
that
do
happens, you should answer.
What do you want to do with my booty? Bro? What you want me to do with you?
I got a shelf. A 20 critical shelf booty.
20 critical. God.
Oh my god, that would be so creepy if I just heard that.
Yeah, it happens.
People are creepy.
People are.
What is the role of storytelling in gaming streams? So, like when you're streaming, do you rely heavily on the content that you're playing to tell the story, or like do you like to have like this little narrative in your head already when you're playing?
I guess it depends on what you play. Because when I play Apex, I don't have like a narrative of what
There's
I'm
no
doing.
story.
I'm not going in there thinking like, oh, I can't wait to shred and hopefully people come in here and talk to me. Because most of the time when I'm playing Apex, I just stream because I like to stream and record my stuff and have people watch me. But I don't go in there thinking like, yeah, this is gonna happen.
Yeah, you're pretty focused.
Yeah.
You'll only answer once you're done. with
Yeah,
the
like
game.
sometimes it's
Yeah.
really hard for me. Yeah.
It's really, really hard
But
to
if you're-
play and be in it and not die and then answer your chat at the same
But
time.
like if you're playing like a Subnautica or Graveyard Keeper
or what is it? Stardew Valley.
Stardew, yeah, I feel like you
It's
could
easier.
pay attention and talk to people more. And,
Yeah.
yeah,
And that relies more on story.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's he doing?
He's just in the background. Sorry. How does the rise of virtual and augmented reality impact game streaming? So with VR becoming more mainstream, does this technology change the way games are streamed? And does VR streams differ from like regular gaming content from people?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
What did you say? Something about VR. So I'm actually going to skip this question because I don't play VR and I haven't watched anybody play VR.
Yeah, I never watched anybody
Yeah.
play VR.
You guys never watched Markiplier play the VR Five Nights at Freddy's?
No.
No.
What?
Yeah. I mean, I've watched like this Instagram person. She always plays like VR games, and she has like the integrated bodysuit where like if she gets hurt, she gets shocked. That's pretty funny.
That's
But,
crazy.
Yeah, that's. the only
I've
stuff.
watched a lot of clips on Instagram, people playing VR doing crazy things. That's about it.
Yeah,
I was recently. I learned. You know when YouTubers or streamers or whatever have like that little virtual chibi, whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called.
The V.
Yeah,
The
those are
VTubers.
very expensive actually.
Yeah, I heard
They're,
they're
like,
crazy expensive for that
From
model.
like $5,000 to $10,000
That's
because they have
crazy.
to piece it for every like movement that you might do.
I watched this one VTuber, Momo, or something. What's her name? Momo. I don't know. Her model is like super cool. It's like a green cat type thing, but like her animations, and she has like one for like holidays and shit, and like Halloween and Christmas. It's crazy. Like it's really cool looking.
Yeah, I mean, I can only assume how much like not revenue, but like foot
Cost.
foot traffic it gets just from having that avatar, because like I would watch you just because you have a really cool avatar.
Yeah. See, this is her model.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like crazy.
That's super expensive.
Yeah, I'm sure it's crazy expensive. Yeah, it's insane. Some
Just
people-
know when you're watching a VTuber, they paid heck of money for
Yeah,
that.
and I remember watching stuff where like they like one VTuber, like the person was saying like they didn't pay, so they don't own the rights, and they were like fighting them on it. It was crazy. It's like if you don't own the rights to that model, you probably should not use it.
That's crazy. But when I learned that, I was just like, mad respect to people who have those.
Yeah.
'cause-
Well, some of them are crazy expensive. Some of them are just like shit.
I've never seen like a bad one though.
I've seen so many bad ones where it's just like a model, and like when you talk, the mouth just goes. Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Oh, they're funny though. They're funny.
So, what are your opinions on ethical concerns surrounding pay to win in games and their impact on streaming? Like the $100,000 guy.
That's stupid.
It's fucked up, I think. I think
it's so stupid.
I mean, that's how they make their money. But at the same time, if they're going to have like a pay to win server, they should have like a free to play.
Yeah.
Like they should have like two separate things.
Yeah.
Like you can't have free to play and then pay to win people together. It's just, it's not fair.
Yeah. It's like
it's not.
PvE people versus PvP people.
Yeah. It's not
Do you
fair.
think streamers should be allowed to have ads for or like promote games that are pay to win?
I mean, I feel like they could do what they want.
Yeah, I think it's up to them, really.
Yeah, it's the consumer that's like, it depends on what they do.
It's your choice.
Yeah. If you know it's going to be pay to win or free to play, then it's your choice to do it.
Yeah. There comes a point where it's like you can only been influenced so much. It's not like this person is making you do it. At the end of the day, it's your choice, whether that influence came from an influential person or not. You know?
I guess if you're very
Influential.
influenced, don't watch videos of people. Interesting.
Yeah.
This is the last question that I have.
That's perfect timing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But how does streaming influence game development decisions? Do you think
I'm sorry, what was that?
How does streaming influence game development decisions? So, like, the whole interactive thing might be something to bring up. So, like, the integrated Twitch stream on a game. Or does the feedback from a streamer and the viewers... Cause we talked about this. So, like, feedback from streamers and viewers influence like game patches, or it influences the updates.
We talked about this a few times. Actually.
And are developers more likely to cater to the requests of streamers or of viewers?
Yeah, I definitely think streamers help with like complaints, because obviously, let's say Jacksepticeye or Markiplier or who else is big. I don't watch a lot of YouTubers, but like if one of them says like, man, this bug is fucked, like this game is fucked just because this one thing, they need to fix it. I think that the devs will be like, okay, we definitely need to do something, because not only is the streamer saying, but like tens of thousands of people are going to abuse this bug or get stuck with this part, and they're going to say some shit about it, and this game's just going to fall apart. I think they have a big say in it. Beb over there clicking away. What do you think?
Click, 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 click.
The first thing that came to mind was what I had said earlier. Like, just the development needs to be more on top of things, because their game will probably end up being broadcasted way bigger than they expect.
But do streamers have more of like an effect on them doing something? Creator, yeah.
Well, a streamer itself, no.
You don't think so?
No, I think the knowledge. Well, like the bug wise, yeah. But I think before that, if I was a game developer, my biggest thing was like Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk came out, it was huge, like gonna be huge, totally promoted, amped up, excited by hell of a lot of streamers, and it came out and it was super, super buggy. Perfect example, right? They pushed out a game, they pushed it back, I think once or twice. They released it super buggy, and then the developers were getting looked down upon because they pushed it back how many times, but they pushed it out while being buggy, and then they went back and they fixed it because all the big streamers were saying that it was buggy. So perfect example right there of both of what yours and mine.
Yeah.
Do you think
Big brain.
Do you think developers should have like alpha and beta testing before they ever hard launch a game?
I think so. I think they have a lot of them that do that, but who knows? Do
you think AAA games do that less because they don't want knowledge of the game to be released ahead of time?
Yes.
Or is it like, do they have like a very specific group of people that they have test run it, that they only allow to run their games, and they have to sign like NDAs or something about it?
I mean, I feel like they should. Well, my brain's not working with that last part, but I feel like they should have. they should hire people that are really good at breaking games. So
like hackers?
Yeah, or not hackers, just like people that are able, like, you know, speedrunners. They find like the biggest bugs to break a game, like break the walls. Like they should hire a bunch of like those people for like alpha or beta, so they could figure out bugs right away. You know what I mean?
I wonder if they do.
They probably do.
That'd be very interesting to find out like what their demographic is for hiring for alpha testing.
Like if they say like, oh, I'm a previous tester for this game. Yeah.
But at the same time, I think like a game like Elden Ring, it's hush hush.
Yeah.
There's no alpha, there's no beta. I don't even know if they would let somebody play it that's not developing it with an NDA.
Yeah, right? So that's where the NDA comes in.
Yeah.
Like, you have to never talk about this for like 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
It's
or
crazy.
something.
Yeah.
Like a game like Elden Ring or any From Software game, there wasn't any alpha, there wasn't any beta. It just came out because it was so like secretive. You
And
know?
there wasn't that many like bugs, right?
No, yeah.
No.
There's
There
this
wasn't that
one
many.
game that I've been following for like 8 years, 6, 7 years, and I don't know if it's even close to being done, but it's called like Ashes of Creation. Man, I'm pretty sure they have like NDAs too, because they've had like testers, but I don't know. That game looks insane.
Yeah. But it's also, there was this little tiny developer in Seattle, right, where they came out with this game, Scavengers, and I signed up for it. It looked great. I was excited for it. I wanted to be a tester. I didn't make it. And then it came out and it shut down like within a year.
That's unfortunate.
It was sad.
Yep.
Well, that's all I got for you guys today.
Cool.
Sorry it
Nice.
wasn't very much.
No, that was good.
It was great.
Perfect.
I think it
we
was a
talked
good episode.
Yeah, we talked a lot.
I'd be willing to do this again so you guys can have inputs.
Yeah. I like this.
I think it's nice to have Black Label on the answering end too, instead of.
I talk too much though.
No, I think.
No,
it's
I
fine.
think your input is like very good, honestly.
Yeah.
Next time, maybe I'll do like a SCP question one.
We'd have to research that.
Yeah, I don't know what that stands for.
Secure,
Sure,
contain,
she
protect.
Oh, you already told me this last
she
week.
said- yeah. Yeah.
Look, it's rough right now for me. School is really rough. My brain is dead half the time.
Yeah.
I just show up. I'm writing a book.
A book, guys.
'Kay.
On what is it?
Bloodborne.
On Bloodborne. I'm writing a stupid book for my final. And I'm taking a class within a class.
It's cool though. It's cool looking.
Yeah, I need to finish it, to be honest.
Stay tuned. You guys might be able to read it.
No, it's not going to be published.
Oh.
There's nothing like that. But I could print it. Canvas says that you can print it out. So maybe I'll print it and
Just have it here.
Just have it here and be like, look, I wrote a book.
Yeah.
But it does say on the second page that it's for educational purposes only and it's copyrighted.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense. But thank you, everyone, for joining us today. And thank you for listening to my very first
Host?
host
I think you did great.
episode.
Yeah. It was fun.
This has been Co-op Chronicles with Black Label,
Hello. Bye.
Pint Size Geisha, and me, Azalee.
Bye.
We gather round the mic, tales of knights and dice, gaming when worlds collide, hobbies come alive. Azalee and Geisha chat, Black Label's where it's at. Movies and stories told, secrets to unfold. Co-op Chronicles, come and join the ride in a world where fun resides. Co-op Chronicles, hear the stories, feel the vibes. Lo-fi beats, they flow as we share what we know. D&D and gaming talk, every journey we embark. Laughs and fun, now that's the plan in our little podcast clan. Women leading through the air, join us if you dare. Co-op Chronicles, come and join the ride in a world where fun resides. Co-op Chronicles, hear the stories, feel the vibes.